you for joining us on African Home Building News, brought to you by PE Live from our studios at Vancouver, sponsored by Temple Mount and the African Home Building and Renovating magazine. I am Nanaya Ochiribia. Coming up in the headlines, government finalizes construction of housing units for public servants in the Ashanti region. Nigeria's housing minister pushes for strategic partnership in African housing development. And in international news, Affordable Housing Summit to address challenges and solutions in Toronto, Canada. Now the news in detail. The government is finalizing the construction of 185,000 units for public servants in the Ashanti region. This move stems from historical injustices resulting from uncompensated land acquisition during colonial times. While the Asante could have requested all lands back, a mutual agreement led to half of them being allocated to him. The progress includes demolishing state bungalows and constructing new facilities with approximately 200 units expected upon project completion. Private developers are involved in constructing housing units in exchange for land from the government. Thorough processes including assessments for value and approvals from authorities were followed. The government reassures that it is not disadvantaged financially by the deal as land values match construction costs. Ashanti Regional Minister Simon Osei anticipates these homes to be ready for occupancy by the end of the year, demonstrating the government's commitment to addressing housing needs in the region. Now in news elsewhere, Nigeria's Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, is advocating for a strategic partnership with UN Habitat and Shelter Afrique. He believes that such collaboration is essential to effectively addressing Africa's housing challenges. Minister Dangiwa emphasized the significance of long-term crisis management in housing, stressing the need for cooperation between SHAFDB and UN Habitat to achieve this. He expressed his commitment to fostering collaboration between SHAFDB and UN Habitat, citing the potential for powerful alliance to tackle the housing deficit and promote sustainable development across Africa. Minister Dangiwa highlighted the importance of leveraging their strengths, expertise, and resources, including concession funding from development finance institutions, DFIs, to amplify their impact and accelerate progress towards shared goals. Still staying on this, Shelter Afrique Development Bank Managing Director Thianu Habib Han has outlined various areas of potential collaboration, including financing, research, and data exchange, noting that both organizations based in Nairobi possess a deep understanding of Africa's housing challenges. Shelter Afrique Development Bank specializes in financing housing, urban, and related infrastructure development across Africa, while UN Habitat brings global expertise and strategic insight to sustainable urban development. Together, their partnership holds promise for addressing Africa's housing deficit and promoting inclusive development. Please stay with us as we go for a short break. We will be right back.
Dear friends, come along with me on a journey of your dreams to that place of peace and tranquility, a place to call home, Temple Mount. Imagine the Garden of Eden, just with beautiful homes. Our journey begins as the sumptuous gates of Temple Mount opens gracefully to reveal the wide, tree-lined boulevard of Abraham Drive. Come along with me for the slow drive through of this most exquisite of developments in Ghana. On each side of Abraham Drive are the most beautiful white homes with red brick tile roofs of rich gray slates. Each home is a masterpiece of architecture and is surrounded by lush green lawns and a radiant array of flowers and plants. The pavements are carefully designed for safety and to enhance the beauty of the whole development. As we approach the well-laid-out communal area, the breathtakingly beautiful infinity pool comes into view. Imagine yourself lying in it with a cold drink on a very hot day. Pure heaven. Set out around the pool are the outdoor sitting areas amidst the trees and plants, providing a welcome shade and a gentle breeze. Step into the Cotton Club restaurant and cafe. This is a social club exclusively for the residents of Temple Mount and their families and friends. Here you can enjoy a wide variety of drinks and food freshly cooked on site. On Friday and Saturday nights, there is a live band which plays soft blues and jazz music for residents and their guests. Further along is the well-stocked communal shop with a small bakery with lots of provisions and drinks and a very good supply of commonly used medicines. As we walk along, there is the communal gym furnished with first-class gym equipment. A few steps away is the children's playground with an assortment of very good and safe playground equipment. As you turn the corner, hidden away amongst the trees and flowers, you come across the most beautiful little white chapel, a little temple on the mountain. It's there for those moments of quiet contemplation and to say a little prayer, and for small events like christenings and birthdays for your little children and grandchildren. Further along in the communal area is a huge garden center for those of you with green fingers. I promise you, you will be spoilt for choice by the vast array of flowers and plants to choose from. Along the perimeter and throughout Temple Mount, there are more than 2 miles of pedestrianized walkways underneath the branches of the trees. The park benches dotted along the way are good for a little rest. The walking paths will inevitably take you to the natural spring water source on Temple Mount. When you do come to it, I ask you kindly that you are respectful. Remember, it's been there since the beginning of time. Temple Mount is a home for people of all ages. Remember a time not so long ago when the world was more innocent and little children rode their bikes safely all over the community and had friends on every street, and parents were happy and secure in the knowledge that their precious little children were safe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome home. Welcome to Temple Mount.
Welcome back from the break. This is African Home Building News brought to you by PE Live from our studios at Ofanko. Now in more news, the Affordable Housing Summit, Supply Chain Expo and Skilled Trades Career Fair in Toronto this month aim to tackle Canada's housing challenges and generate innovative solutions. Held from May 24th to 26th at the University of Toronto Scarborough campus, the event will bring together around 300 stakeholders and over 7,000 attendees. Discussions will revolve around affordable rental and home ownership, modular construction, financing options, skilled trade training, sustainability, and landlord-tenant issues. It targets real estate investors, tradespersons, housing advocates, government agencies, and non-profits. The fair also promotes economic growth and inclusivity, culminating in a bus tour of affordable housing sites sponsored by the TTC. That's all for news. Thank you for staying with us, and a very big thank you to Temple Mount and the African Home Building and Renovating Magazine for sponsoring. For more news, kindly visit our website www.propertyexpress.org. You can also reach us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn at Property Express. This has been PE Live. My name is Nanaya Ochrebia. Have a good day.